Good morning, welcome to HeKate's Crossing. Okay, we're doing a final sort of look at the major arcana of the Magical Nordic Tarot. That's the deck that we're looking at. That's from Jane Wallace, and we know it's a pip deck. It does have a little bit about the Norse mythology, which is interesting. I have edged it in purple. Okay, oops, so what am I doing? Let me just grab out the last of the major arcana. So we've got the Temperance was our last one, right? So we have the Devil, the Tower, the Star, the Sun, the Moon, sorry, the Sun, Judgment, and the World, and then the final card, the extra card, which is Charity. Okay, so these are sort of the final ones of the major arcana that we're looking at today. So we have the Devil. So with the Devil card, we've got this guy, we've got somebody, it's actually a shadow, in a whirlwind in some sort, and there's a cage with an owl that could be, and the door's open of the cage. So that's some lightning strike in that whirlwind. So it's like a tornado, like feels like everything's sort of chaotic. And I know the keyword says boundaries. To me, of course, it's about addictions. There's that sense that of being sort of caged, unable to feel as though you could fly free from or break the chains away from the situation or the issue or the person that's going on. Your life is chaotic, and you might get some sort of understanding that you can actually break free from the cage or fly free from the cage. Here we've got this dragon here, whoops, with a tower that seems to be on fire. There's a lot of lightning. Dragon seems to be escaping, so maybe sort of feels like the world does talk about foundations, about building foundations. So it does feel as though the world might be shaky, it might be crazy, but there is a strong foundation that's going to keep you sort of steady if you can just allow it to be that way. Here we've got the star, we've got this young, we've got this girl here, hand up in the air. There's some, looks like the aurora borealis, under that bright sky, coloured sky. There's a deer on there. It does talk about wishes, but to me the star could be about shining the inner light within oneself, a light out of all the darkness that's going on. There are those bright lights that are guiding the way to what you want to achieve. Okay, so next we've got the moon. So we've got these two boxes looking at each other. It does seem to be like the shadows of a whole lot of people, silhouettes of people around. There is what appears to be a crayfish or something like that in the water. Here we've got the moon above. The keyword is illusion. There are lots of stars in there, but to me the moon can also talk about dreams, could be talk about psychic abilities, emotions. There's a lot going on with the moon card. Next we've got the sun. So with the sun we've got some people, and they seem to be like building an ice castle. Instead of like a sand castle, it looks like it's sort of an ice castle in a way. Maybe it is a sand castle. It does seem to have the sun shining on the situation. does feel as though there's a couple of like squirrels, there's some flowers. There is a sense of happiness and joy. Does sort of bring things out into the open. The sun does sort of bring things out into the open. It does expose things. It does bring a sense of happiness and joy and inner peace to the situation. Maybe the sun shining on the situation. Here we've got judgment. We've got a woman on the edge. Somebody else is in the water, or is that a reflection? Maybe that's her reflection. There's a plant with, it looks like a caterpillar on it. Does look like there is a large moon, maybe, in it. Edge full of trees. There's a shoreline full of trees. It's judgment. It does talk about a sense of forgiveness. To me, judgment can also be acting with discernment. Maybe there's a need to spiritual awakening within oneself. Interesting. Here we have the world. Now the world here is a large circle, and it has what looks like a globe in the center, and on each pieces of the land there are different animals and trees and people. There are birds in the air. Looks like these islands. So it does talk about motivation, it does talk about drive. To me, the world is also talking about an end of a cycle before you begin another. There's a shift or a movement to something going on as well. And then the last card is charity, which talks about generosity. So it talks about giving unconditionally. It does talk a sense of, does sort of sense a kindness to the process, to whatever's going on. Does feel like there's a lot of forgiveness, a lot of giving to others, should I say, a lot of giving to others. So an interesting card to sort of finish off with. So that's it, me looking at the cards. Let's have a look and see what today's message is with these cards. Definitely about giving unconditionally. There's that sense of being generous. Maybe someone's going to be generous to me. Quite nice. I've been given some stuff. So we have the sense of maybe our world's going to be turned upside down, but we know that we have a strong foundation to be able to move ahead or rebuild. And there's a sense of happiness to the journey. Wow, so that's quite cool. So it might feel as though things are going to be, does feel like a sense of heaviness or a doom and gloom in some way, but there is a sense of things being happy and joyful, and a sense of being giving unconditionally. So what an interesting reading for today. So that's it from me. Don't forget to check the links below, check the links on my channel, like, subscribe and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care and blessed be.